Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Seattle, Washington. We are inside Royal Brown Pavilion. We're at Iron Coaching Court here on the campus of Seattle Pacific University. The Falcons taking on the Yellow Jackets of Montana State University Billings this afternoon, as both of these teams come in with identical records of 7-9 overall, but the Falcons much better in conference at 5-3, and the Yellow Jackets yet to win a match in conference play. They come in at 0-8, and they've actually just won one set in conference play as well. So Falcons kind of going the other way. They have won their last four, won 5 out of their last 6. And looking to keep things going here today, as this will close out the first half of the GNAC season. This match today, they will play everybody else in the conference, including these Yellow Jackets, one more time. As let's give you a little bit of information on the teams. Casey Bonner, the head coach of the Yellow Jackets in her 7th season with the Yellow Jackets, and Jason Ryan in his first year at the helm of the Seattle Pacific program. They kind of got off to a slow start, running the kind of a gauntlet in their preseason action, non-conference I should say, and they played a lot of tough teams. Started off 2-8, but now they, as I mentioned, have won 5 out of their last 6. And so we'll get you the starting lineups here. They did just introduce them, and I don't have them available on my live stats as of yet, but we'll see who stays out on the court. Both of the liberos wearing number 1, Abigail Cunningham for the Falcons and Christine Funk for the Yellow Jackets. And for the Falcons, looks like Allison Wilkes, Hannah Hare, who is the GNAC Offensive Player of the Week, Sarah Brockvogel, Ashley Antoniak, Allison Wilkes, may have mentioned her already, and Emily Tolino will be the setter, as Cunningham will check in for Hannah Hare. For the Yellow Jackets, they have Katie Havakost, Avery Spoya, Hannah Hashbarger, their setter, and Lily Gentz, Hannah Hayden, and Olivia Schwartz is on the floor for the Yellow Jackets, along with, as I mentioned, Christine Funk, the libero. And this will be Hashbarger to serve to begin the match, senior out of West Lynn, Oregon. As the Yellow Jackets, a couple of Oregon natives, really just a couple of Montana natives, and they're kind of spread out over the western U.S., the hometowns, that is. Wilkes sends that one over for the Falcons and lands it in for the first point. Hannah Hare will check in up front, and Allison Wilkes will serve. Mentioned Hannah Hare, the GNAC Offensive Player of the Week. Had a couple of really solid matches last week, and that is going to be an ace for Wilkes. And they go up 2-0 here in the first set. And Wilkes will serve again. Hashbarger will set it up, and that's going to stay on the SPU side. A kill by Olivia Schwartz. Cunningham will check back in for SPU. And it's Kennedy Juranic in for the Yellow Jackets to serve. 2-1 Falcons here. Hare sends it over, and the Yellow Jackets unable to return it. That'll make it 3-1. Lindsay Lambert and Aaron Smith rotate in for the Falcons. And it'll be Lindsay Lambert to serve. They go with the two setters. Lindsay Lambert as the setter right now. That one goes out of bounds. as Emily Tolino got the start as the setter. And that has worked well for them, rotating their setters, using a couple of them. This will be Christine Funk to serve. 3-2 Falcons as Aaron Smith taps it over. And that one comes up short. No, it goes over. I'm sorry. It appeared that it hit the net and came back, but it actually cleared the net and landed on the SPU side. My vantage point up above one end of the court. And the Falcons will get the point there as a couple of Yellow Jackets go after that one. Neither one comes up with it. And it is 4-3. Sarah Brockvogel went to the right side and now goes over to the left side to serve for this one. Brockvogel out of Litchfield, or actually, I'm sorry, that's Antoniak Brockvogel out of Mukilteo, Washington. Yellow Jackets will take the point there. Paige Dawson rotates in for SPU. And it'll be Haley Carroll to serve for the Yellow Jackets. She's a senior out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Antoniak has it blocked. And they're going to give the point to the Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets point.
As the officials today, Robin Buck in the on the platform above the net, and the other official near the scorer's table is Bill Lieber. Falcons will get the point there and tie it back up at 5 here in the first set. Wilkes back in for Hare up front. And Abby Cunningham will serve. And this is going to be an ace.
That is an ace for Abigail
Cunningham with the ace. Abigail Cunningham featured this week on the preview for this match in the YouTube interview. You can go to the Falcons volleyball page. They will put a YouTube interview on there pretty much every week. Antoniak sends it over for the kill, and it's 7-5. Falcons by 2. Cunningham will serve again and hits the net this time.
Service there.
So that'll make it 7-6.
Billings point. Lead for the Yellow Jackets, number 12, Olivia Schwartz.
Olivia Schwartz back in.
Katie Havakost serving.
And Katie Havakost will serve. Katie Havakost leading the Yellow Jackets in kills. 152 coming into this match. And Dawson can't field that one cleanly, and that's going to be an ace for Havakost. So that'll tie it back up at 7. Havakost averaging 2.81 kills per set. Cunningham is able to get enough of that to keep it alive, and the Falcons get it back over. This is Wilkes, and good diving dig there by Carroll. And a block. Wilkes was there, and that will give the Falcons an 8-7 lead. Tolino and Pruden back in. Emily Tolino to serve. Sophomore out of Carlsbad, California. Aaron Smith is also from Carlsbad, California. They did not attend high school together. At least they did not graduate from the same high school. As this one is going to go long, and it's a point for the Falcons. They take a 9-7 lead here. And Tolino will serve again. Ashbarger sets it up, and that one lands inbounds for a kill. That'll make it 9-8.
Serving is Avery Spoya.
Avery Spoya will serve for the Yellow Jackets. Freshman out of Boise, Idaho. And that's going to be an ace for her. So we've seen a few aces here, both teams, in this first set. And maybe some couple of problems with digging the defensive players receiving the serves, as that one blown dead, and I think it hit the floor. And the Yellow Jackets take the lead 10-9. They scored the last three. Spoya serves again. Wilkes had it blocked, but it goes over, and the Falcons will get the point as the Yellow Jackets unable to get it back over. Brockvogel back in for SPU, and Funk back in for Montana State Billings. Ashley Antoniak will serve. We're tied at 10 here in the first set. Ashbarger sets it up. Schwartz had it blocked. It lands out of bounds, though. And that will be a point for the Yellow Jackets. It is 11-10. Hannah Hashbarger will serve for the Yellow Jackets. Tolino will set it up for Pruden. And that one deflects off of a Montana State Billings player, and the Falcons get the point. Tied back up at 11. Pretty good crowd on hand today. There's some camp going on here, and that's going to be another ace for Wilkes. And they go back in front, do the Falcons, 12-11. Wilkes will serve again. Try to make it a 2-point margin. Ashbarger getting to that, and Habakost sends it into the net, though. And that will be a point for the Falcons. Mentioned Habakost leading the Yellow Jackets in kills. She's just a freshman out of Arvada, Colorado. Wilkes sends it over. Here is Pruden, or Brockvogel rather, and she hits it right into the corner, lands it inbounds, and that's going to make it 14-11. Falcons by 3, and Casey Bonner, the head coach for the Yellow Jackets, will spend a timeout here. We'll be right back on the SPU webcast in just a moment. Back inside Royal Brown Pavilion, Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast as we get ready to resume from the timeout. Falcons with a 14-11 lead here in the first set. And Allison Wilkes on serve as
serving after the timeout.
The Falcons have scored the last 4 now as they were down 11-10 and now up 14-11. Wilkes serves. Ashbarger will set it up, and it's going to be a point for the Yellow Jackets as that one was nicely handled there. Lily Gentz sent it over. Kennedy Juranic will serve for the Jackets. 14-12. And Maddie Pruden spikes it over for the kill. That puts the Falcons back up by 3. Lambert and Smith checking back in for SBU. And Lambert will serve. Lindsay Lambert out of Beaverton, Oregon, in the Portland area. And Yellow Jackets also have a Beaverton native on their side. That one is another point for the Falcons. That puts them up by 4 here in the first set. Emma Burlingame out of Burlington, Oregon for Montana State Billings. Lambert will send it over again. Cross court set for Havocost. She gets it over. Falcons able to keep it alive. And Brockvogel finds some space in front of Christine Funk. And the Falcons take a 5-point lead, 17-12. This has been a fairly closely played first set, but the Falcons now opening up a little bit of a lead. And they will try to keep some distance now between themselves and Billings. Smith taps it over, has it blocked. Now Antoniak sends it over. Funk sends it right back. Hannah Hare spikes it over and lands it in bounds. And the Falcons take a 6-point lead, 18-12. Another timeout called by Casey Bonner of the Yellow Jackets. And the Falcons with an 18-12 lead. We'll step aside here on the SBU webcast and be right back with you in just a moment. Falcons lead the first set as we resume play here inside Royal Brown Pavilion. Greg Sexton with you on the SBU webcast. Yellow Jackets a couple of kills each from Schwartz and Gentz. And for the Falcons, 3 from Antoniak, 2 each from Wilkes, Hare, Brockvogel, and Pruden. As Lindsay Lambert remains on serve out of the timeout. This one is blocked up front by Hare and Brockvogel. And the Falcons out now to a 7-point lead. Lambert will serve again. Hashbarger sets it up, and Havocost sends it over. Sent back over. And spiked out of bounds by Brockvogel. She was aiming for that corner and hit it just a little long. Christine Funk will serve for MSUB. There's a set for Hannah Hare from Lindsay Lambert, and Hare got all of that one and sent it over. Hannah Hare, as I mentioned, the Offensive Player of the Week, 6'1" junior out of Walla Walla, Washington. And she's a presence in the middle there for the Falcons. That one spiked over for a kill by Lily Gentz. And that'll make it 20-14. Paige Dawson on for SBU. And Haley Carroll on for Montana State Billings. She will serve. Carroll puts it over. Cunningham the dig. This is Hare again. She sends it over for another kill. And the Falcons go up by 7 one more time. Wilkes
is serving.
back in, and Cunningham will serve for SPU. Dawson there for the dig, and here is Aaron Smith. Funk is there. This one blocked on the SPU side, and Aaron Smith puts it over and lands it in. And the Falcons with an 8-point lead at 22-14 as they're starting to pull away a bit here in this first set, closing in on a one set to none lead. Unless the Yellow Jackets can string together a bunch of points. That one blocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Montana State Billings' point. They get back within 7, 22-15. Schwartz back in for MSUB, and Havocost will serve. Lambert will set it up for Wilkes, and a little bit off there, but Wilkes is able to tap it over and land it in. As she had to adjust a little bit in midair. Tolino and Pruden back in for SPU. It's 23-15. They need 2 more to close out this first set. Emily Tolino sends it over, and that's going to be an ace. That one affected by the net quite a bit on the way over. And the Falcons now with a set point as they have pulled away here and maintain now a 9-point advantage. Trying to take another point and close this one out. Blocked there by Antoniak. And that'll do it for the first set. The Falcons pull away and win it 25-15. It was a close first set for the first several points. And the Falcons really stepped on the gas and pulled away. 25-15 the final in the first set. We will have the second set for you coming up in just a little bit. We're going to step aside on the SPU webcast for just a moment. We'll be right back. Greg Sexton back with you on the SPU webcast inside Royal Brougham Pavilion as the Falcons cruise to a 25-15 win in the first set. And they will try to take another one here and go up 2-0. Obviously the Yellow Jackets trying to tie it up at a set apiece as my stats haven't updated for a little while, so if we get some stats updated for you before this second set starts, we'll get those to you. Around the GNAC today, Alaska Anchorage going to 9-0 in the Great Northwest Athletic Conference play as they beat Northwest Nazarene in 4 sets. That drops Northwest Nazarene into 4th place behind SPU as they were tied for third place coming into today, and the Falcons with an opportunity to go a game ahead of the Nighthawks. Right now, Fairbanks is at Central Washington, and we'll see if we can get you an update on that one later on tonight. Simon Fraser will be at St. Martin's, and Western Washington will be at Western Oregon. As the teams return to the floor, neither team sporting a white jersey today, as the Falcons are in their maroon and the Yellow Jackets in their navy blue. And the Yellow Jackets and the Falcons now with the liberos on the floor. And we will begin set number 2 with Ashley Antoniak serving. For SPU. And here we go with set number 2. Antoniak sends it over. And this is going to be sent back by Schwartz. Cunningham volleys it over. Tapped over, and it hits the floor. And a kill there for Lily Gentz for Montana State Billings to open up the second set. Kennedy Juranek will serve for Montana State Billings. And she will move over to the left side. Brockvogel has that one blocked. And Billings takes a 2-0 lead here in the second set. So this one getting off to a good start for the Yellow Jackets. Juranek will serve. Juranek, junior out of Wilsonville, Oregon, in the Portland area. That one hits the antenna, and the Yellow Jackets take the first 3 points here in the second set. Juranek is going to serve again. Tolino will set it up for Wilkes. And now Havikos sends it back. Good diving dig there for Cunningham. Here is Pruden, and she lands it on the Billings side of the net. And the Falcons take their first point of the second set. It's 3-1. Seattle Mariners in postseason action today. And I'm not recording it, so it would be good if for myself as a baseball fan if this match goes 3 sets, so I can catch some of the end of it. I'm not going to spoil it with any updates for those of you that are recording it and going to watch it later. As the Falcons take another point there, 3-2. Billings with the lead here in the second set. And Allison Wilkes serving. That one sent into the net. And the Yellow Jackets take the point. Christine Funk will serve for the Yellow Jackets. 4-2, they lead here in the second set. Hannah Hare spikes it over for the kill. Aaron Smith and Lindsay Lambert will rotate in. Lambert will serve. 4-3. Falcons trail by a point here in set number 2. Lambert sends it over. And sent back. It's blocked. Yellow Jackets keep it alive. And that one, Brockvogel saw some space in the corner. Two-handed it into that space. Good heads-up play by Sarah Brockvogel there. 4-4. is your score. And the Falcons now, with Lambert serving, trying to get the Falcons into the lead here in the second set. That one blocked up front by Aaron Smith. And the Falcons do take the lead at 5-4. Lambert will serve again. Falcons have, that one's out of bounds. 5-5. Falcons have 2 Lindsays on the roster, and the other one, Lindsay Rosenthal, has not played much this year, has not played at all at home, I don't believe. But she has not been active for many of the matches at home. She is today. I saw her warming up prior to the match. This one is going to stay on the SPU side. And the Yellow Jackets will take the point. So we'll see if we see any of Lindsay Rosenthal on the court this afternoon for the Falcons. This one sent over by Antoniak. And spiked back over by Havikas, but Cunningham right there. This is blocked. And it's Hashbarger and Spoya at the net to send that one back over. Yellow Jackets go back up by 2. They've scored the last 3. 7-5. Carroll serving. And that one comes up short. Falcons take the point on the service error. And Sarah Brockvogel will serve. 7-6 Billings here in the second set. And that one climbs over the net. Yellow Jackets able to keep it alive, and it's sent back by Smith, out of bounds though, and so the Yellow Jackets take the point. Olivia Schwartz in for the Yellow Jackets, Paige Dawson on for SPU. 8-6. And Katie Havikas serving. Aaron Smith spikes it over for the kill. Falcons back within 1, and Cunningham will serve again. Cunningham out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. That one crawls over the net. And stays over on the Yellow Jackets side as it's sent into the net. And we're tied now at 8 here in the second set. Cunningham serves again. This is going to be Schwartz, and she's blocked. Aaron Smith and Allison Wilkes was there as well. The Falcons lead it now by a point, 9-8. This is Schwartz, and she powers it over for the kill and ties it back up at 9.
We are tied at 9. Hannah Hayden back into the lineup.
That is the third kill for Olivia Schwartz. Lily Gentz has 5, and Katie Havikas with 3. Wilkes sends it over for the kill. Tolino and Pruden back in. And Funk back in for the Yellow Jackets. 10-9 Falcons. Hannah Hare leads them with 5 kills, and Sarah Brockvogel has 4. And Allison Wilkes with 4 as well for SPU. This is Pruden, and she's blocked. They keep it alive. Antoniak will send that one over for the kill. Falcons by 2 now, 11-9 here in the second set. And Tolino serving. Emily Tolino, as I mentioned, rotating in, and the Falcons using 2 setters. Tolino one of them. And there's a set for Pruden. Tapped over. Cunningham is there. And Wilkes lands it in bounds. Falcons will take the point, 12-9.
Falcons point.
Tolino will serve again. Falcons up by 3 now. And here's Schwartz. She's blocked out of bounds, and it's a point for the Yellow Jackets. A kill for Olivia Schwartz.
In for Montana State University Billings is Lily Gentz.
Lily Gentz checks back in up front. And it'll be their setter, Hannah Hashbarger, to serve. 12-10. Dawson there for the dig. And that one stays on the SPU side. Pruden went up for it, but couldn't get it back over. Yellow Jackets within 1. 12-11. Here in set number 2. So they try to tie the match up at a set apiece. Antoniak sends that one over, and it's blocked out of bounds. So the Falcons take the point. Brockvogel back in for SPU. And Antoniak serving for the second time here in the second set. She started off the set serving. That one is blocked out of bounds by the Falcons. So the Yellow Jackets back within a point. Kennedy Juranek checks in and serves. And this one tapped over by Brockvogel, and it lands on the Billings side of the net. That will make it 14-12 now. Falcons by 2. And Wilkes will serve for SPU. Good set there, blocked out of bounds. And so the Yellow Jackets take the point. Seen a few of those where the Falcons are able to block it, but they landed just out of bounds. Not uncommon. There's a cross-court set for Brockvogel, and she spikes it over for the kill. Good set by Tolino. Tolino will check out now. Lambert and Aaron Smith back in. Lambert will serve. Lambert sends it over. Yellow Jackets a little bit of trouble with it, but they're able to get it back. Hare is blocked. Lambert will set it up now for Smith. And Hare dumps it over, and that's going to be a point for SPU. That one right at the net, and Hannah Hare, right place at the right time. 16-13, Falcons with the lead. Lambert serves again. And it's blocked. But the Yellow Jackets able to keep it alive. Falcons on their side. Here's Brockvogel. We get a whistle, and the point awarded to the Yellow Jackets. As Falcons get called for a double touch there.
Number 4, Haley Carroll is in.
Haley Carroll will serve for the Yellow Jackets. Carroll sends it over, and Cunningham and Brockvogel both there, but the Falcons are able to keep it alive and send it back over. Here's Habakkos, and she lands it in with a spike and a kill. Some authority behind that one. And the Yellow Jackets now serving to try to tie up set number 2. Jason Ryan will take a timeout and talk things over with his squad. We'll be back in just a moment here on the SPU webcast. 16-15, Falcons clinging to the lead in set number 2. 16-15, SPU by a point here in set number 2 as we resume action here. Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast this afternoon. And the teams returning to the court. Yellow Jackets have closed within a point. And Haley Carroll will serve to try to tie up the set. Cunningham the dig. Lambert sets it up for Aaron Smith, who spikes it over for the kill. And that will make it a 2-point margin. Sarah Brockvogel will serve. For SPU. Cunningham sets it up for Antoniak. And now the Yellow Jackets send it back. Brockvogel there for the dig. This one back and forth. Here's Antoniak sending it over. Ashbarger sets it up for Havakos, taps it over. Lambert is there to get it. Smith will volley it back over. Good rally going here. And that one's going to be a kill. And that is Avery Spoya sending it over and landing it in. Paige Dawson back on for SPU. And Olivia Schwartz back on for the Yellow Jackets. Katie Havakos will serve to try to tie up the second set. Lambert sets it up for Antoniak. She's blocked. Falcons keep it alive. Dawson sends it back over. Here's Schwartz. And Schwartz hits the the linesman in the corner there. And it is 18-16 as the Falcons get the point there. Abigail Cunningham serving. Havakos, and that one off the hand of Cunningham. Good kill there for Katie Havakos. Yellow Jackets back within a point now, 18-17. Anna Hayden checking back in up front for the Yellow Jackets, and Avery Spoya to serve. Lambert sets it up for Smith, and Aaron Smith the kill. Falcons back up by 2. Here are Tolino and Pruden checking back in for the Falcons. And Tolino will serve. That one blocked by Antoniak. Yellow Jackets keep it alive momentarily, but they're not able to get it back over the net. And so Falcons take a 3-point lead. 20-17, getting late here in the second set. SPU has used a timeout here in this set. Billings has not yet. They send that one out of bounds. It is now 21-17, and Billings will use a timeout now with the Falcons down by 4. The Yellow Jackets down by 4. The Falcons up by 4, 21-17. Late in set number 2. Falcons up 1-0. We'll be right back in just a moment. Back inside Royal Brown Pavilion, Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast, as the Falcons have opened up a 4-point lead here in the second set. And trying to address a little bit of moisture, I think, on the court there, as Paige Dawson take the towel and get it all wiped up.
After the timeout, Falcons serving. All right, Falcon fans.
4-point lead
your Falcons.
for SPU. And Emily Tolino serving. Tolino sends it over. Here's Schwartz powering it back over for the kill. That'll make it a 3-point margin. Olivia Schwartz with the kill there.
Yellow Jackets will serve. It's Hannah Hashbarger.
Stats updates are pretty intermittent, so we'll see if we can get you some stats in between sets 2 and 3. That is going to be an ace for Hashbarger. And the Yellow Jackets back within 2, 21-19. Next few points here in this set are critical. Wilkes sends it over. And Schwartz will send it back. Dawson keeps that one up in the air just long enough. And the Falcons able to return it. This one is sent over by Gentz, and that'll be a kill. And the Yellow Jackets have scored the last 3 in a row. 21-20.
1-point set. Here in set number 2.
Hashbarger serving for the Yellow Jackets. She sends it over. Cunningham there for the dig. Tolino sets it up for Maddie Pruden, and it's the dig there by Christine Funk. Antoniak sends it over, and the Yellow Jackets unable to keep it in play. That'll give the Falcons a 2-point lead, 22-20.
Antoniak serving.
Ashley Antoniak will serve. And sends it into the net.
Service error as that goes into the net. Yellow Jackets point.
There's never a good time for a service error, but especially late in a close set. It'll be Kennedy Juranic to serve. Wilkes spikes it over for the kill, and the Falcons go back up by 2. Allison Wilkes will serve. Hannah Hare checking back in up front. And Billings is going to use a timeout here as they're down 2 late in set number 2, 23-21. We'll be right back in just a moment on the SP webcast. Back inside Royal Brown Pavilion, Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast this afternoon. 23-21. Falcons with the lead over the Yellow Jackets, trying to hang on here for a win in the second set. And the Yellow Jackets trying to string some points together and pull one out. Allison Wilkes serving for the Falcons. And this one is going to be kept in play. And Funk will volley it back over. Tolino sets it up for Hare. She's blocked. It's back on the SPU side, or on the Billings side now. They send it back over. Hare Tolino will set it up for Pruden, and that one lands inbounds. And a good point there for Montana State Billings. They pull back within one, and they have an opportunity to tie up the second set. Christine Funk serving. Avery Spoya back in for the Yellow Jackets. And Tolino sets it up for Brockvogel. Yellow Jackets able to return it, and it's blocked. Hannah Hare and Maddie Pruden there for the block, and the Falcons are going to have a set point here. Lambert will check back in and serve for the second set. 24-22. The Yellow Jackets need at least two here to keep this set alive. If they can get it to 24-24, the Falcons are going to have to win by two. Havikos sends it over. Cunningham there for the dig. And Antoniak sends it over, and that one is going to hit off the back wall, and the Falcons take another set from the Yellow Jackets. This one a little closer, but they prevail 25-22 in the second set, and they will have a chance to go for a three-set sweep when we come back, as teams will switch sides again. And the Falcons taking a 2-0 lead. We will be back on the SPU webcast in just a moment with set number 3. Back inside Royal Brougham Pavilion, Greg Sexton with you on the SBU webcast as the Falcons hold a 2-0 lead over the Montana State Billings Yellow Jackets. As we check in on some matches around the GNAC, two of them final now. Alaska Anchorage runs their perfect GNAC record to 9-0 with a 4-set win over Northwest Nazarene. Northwest Nazarene drops to 5-4 in conference play. Falcons at 5-3. If they can win this one, they would go up a game on the Nighthawks. Central Washington defeats Alaska Fairbanks in 3 sets. Central Washington goes to 5-4 in conference play. And Fairbanks drops now to 3-6 in conference play. this game, this match going on obviously here, and then we have Simon Fraser at St. Martin's coming up at 5 p.m. Pacific time, and then Western Washington will take on Western Oregon. They will be at Western Oregon tonight at 7 p.m. The live stats still a little bit intermittent today, kind of in and out, but we do have some on paper for you here. And so first of all, for the Yellow Jackets, 8 kills for Lily Gentz to lead the way for them, 5 apiece from Havicost and Schwartz, 18 assists for Hannah Hashbarger, and an ace apiece for Hashbarger, Spoya, and Havicost, 13 digs. No, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong stat column there. 6 digs for Haley Carroll, 5 for Christine Funk, 2 blocks for Hannah Hayden. And for the Falcons, they now have 7 kills apiece from Ashley Antoniak and Sarah Brockvogel, 6 from Hannah Hare, 5 from Allison Wilkes, 14 assists apiece from Emily Tolino and Lindsay Lambert, 2 aces from Wilkes. They have a total of 5 as a team, the Falcons do, and 8 digs from Abby Cunningham, 3 blocks apiece from Wilkes, Hare, and Aaron Smith. And we are ready for set number 3 here from Iron Coaching Court.
Falcons lead 2-0.
As Spoya will check out as Funk comes on. And Cunningham out there. I believe Hannah Hare was on the floor, and Cunningham. It's usually how they do it. I was reading stats at the time. But this will be start of the 3rd set. Hannah Hashbarger to serve for the Yellow Jackets. Here's Pruden sending it over. And that one sent into the net by Lily Gentz. Gentz, a freshman out of Glendale, Arizona, in the Phoenix area. Allison Wilkes will serve for SPU as they're up a point here in the 3rd set. Hashbarger sets it up for Schwartz. And that one goes out of bounds. Wasn't sure initially if someone had deflected it out, but Schwartz hit it out of bounds. And so the Falcons with a 2-0 lead here in the 3rd set. Wilkes hits the net. Hannah Hare makes the catch on the SPU side. 2-1.
Will be Kennedy Juranek.
And Kennedy Juranek will serve. As Billings now down a point. Hannah Hare spikes it over, and SPU goes back up by 2, 3-1. Lambert and Smith checking back in.
Lambert serves.
Lambert sends it over. Gets a little bit of the net on the way over. That one blocked by Hannah Hare and Sarah Brockvogel. And that'll make it a 4-1 margin here in the 3rd set. Lindsay Lambert to serve. Sends it over. And Hannah Hare is there as that one came back over the net, but Yellow Jackets able to keep it alive, and they get the point. Havicost spikes it over for the kill, and that'll make it 4-2. Christine Funk will serve now for Billings. And Brockvogel comes up short.
Montana State Billings point.
4-3 now. As Funk will serve to try to tie up this third set. Lambert sets it up for Antoniak. And Juranic is there. This one tapped over and tapped back. SBU takes the point.
Sarah Brockvogel, point for the Falcons.
5-3.
Brockvogel to serve.
And Brockvogel serving for the Falcons. Ashbarger, cross-court set, and it's blocked. Aaron Smith for the block. And Hannah Hare was there as well. 6-3 SPU here in the third set. Both of these teams will be in Alaska next weekend. As that one, a point for the Yellow Jackets. That'll make it 6-4.
Paige Dawson, number 6, is in.
Paige Dawson checks back in. And Haley Carroll in to serve for Billings. Billings will be at Fairbanks first on Thursday and then at Anchorage on Saturday next weekend. And the Falcons the other way around. They'll be at Anchorage on Thursday and Fairbanks on Saturday. Antoniak spikes that one over. We'll make it 7-4. These teams are travel partners. And so they get just the one match this week. Didn't play on Thursday. The rest of the GNAC was in action on Thursday. And 7-4 your score at the moment here. That one sent over by Smith and blocked out of bounds and actually stayed on the Billings side, so it's a point for Smith. On Thursday night, Western Oregon defeated Simon Fraser in 5 sets, and Northwest Nazarene defeated Fairbanks in 3. Lambert saves this one, and Dawson volleys it back over. The Western Washington Vikings took 4 sets to defeat St. Martin's on Thursday night. This one tapped over. And Antoniak sends it back. Here's Antoniak with another opportunity, and it's blocked. And now Lambert sends it back. Good volley going on here. Or rally, I should say. That one is blocked. Not sure if it actually cleared the net, but it is Billings' point. Anchorage defeated Central Washington in 3 sets on Thursday, and they get another win today to go to 9-0 in conference, 19-1 now overall. Anchorage ranked number 9, and Western Washington just behind them. Western Washington's only loss was to Anchorage. Falcons will take the point there. That'll make it 9-5. Paige Dawson and Maddie Pruden, or I'm sorry, Emily Tolino and Maddie Pruden back on for SPU. Tolino will serve. Falcons with a 4-point lead, 9-5 here in the third set. So the Falcons are going to have a tough test coming up next here as they try to win their 5th match in a row. But they're going to get Anchorage next in Alaska. That one, a point for the Yellow Jackets. That'll make it 9-6. Hannah Hayden checks in. And it'll be Avery Spoya to serve. Schwartz with the kill on that last point for the Yellow Jackets. Here's Antoniak sending it over. And Schwartz has a block this time. And the Falcons take the point. 10-6. Brockvogel back on for Paige Dawson. And it'll be Antoniak to serve. Hashbarger will set it up, and it'll be Havikos sending it over for the kill. Falcons unable to return that one. Havikos was kind of right in the middle on that one. And Hashbarger will serve. 10-7. Falcons lead by 3 here in the third set. Pruden taps it over for the kill. The soft touch there by Matty Pruden. Pruden, a junior out of Poulsbo, Washington, just across Puget Sound. This is Schwartz, and that's going to be a kill for Olivia Schwartz. That'll make it 11-8. Olivia Schwartz will check out now. And that was her 7th kill of the match. Havikos has 8 and Gentz has 8 for the Yellow Jackets. Hare sends it over. Cunningham sets it up for Pruden, and that one goes long. 11-9 now. Antoniak leading the way for the Falcons with 8 kills. Brockvogel and Hare each with 7. And it'll be Kennedy Juranic to serve for the Yellow Jackets. That one hits the antenna. It's off of the Yellow Jackets. It's a point for the Falcons, 12-9.
Now serving for SBU, number 19, Maddie Pruden.
They are up by 3, and Matty Pruden will serve. Pruden, the left-handed serve into the net.
That's the service there. The Yellow Jackets point. In from Montana State,
Lambert and Smith back on.
And serving is
Spoya checks back in up front
here we go.
for Billings. It's a 2-point margin here, 12-10 SPU. And the Yellow Jackets trying to get back within a point. Hannah Hare sends it over, and that's going to come up short of the net. And so Hare with the kill there. And that'll make it 13-10. Falcons by 3. Here's Brockvogel serving. Havikos sends that one over. And Smith back over for the Falcons to give them a 4-point lead. And it's 14-10. Falcons trying to take this one in 3 sets. And they are up by 4 here in the third set. Here's Antoniak sending it over. Hashbarger will set it up for... That's off the antenna. She set it up for Gentz. And the Falcons get the point. That opens up a 5-point lead for SPU here in the third set. And a timeout called by Casey Bonner. We will be back in just a moment. Falcons up 15-10 in the third set, up 2-0 in the match. Back inside Royal Brown Pavilion, Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast. Falcons lead the third set, 15-10. They're up 2-0 in the match. And they return to the floor. Sarah Brockvogel remaining on serve. And the Yellow Jackets back out as well. And we're ready to resume play here. Mentioned these teams are travel partners, so very similar schedules. And Brockvogel sends that one into the net. She'll check out now. Paige Dawson will check in, and it'll be Haley Carroll checking in for Billings, and she'll serve. Both of these teams, as I mentioned, will be in Alaska next week. And really, except for when they play each other, they will be playing at home the same weekends, and on the road the same weekends. Havikos sends it over, and Cunningham gets a left hand on that, but can't keep it in.
Yellow Jackets get the point.
And so the Yellow Jackets get the point there, 15-12. They're back within 3. Here's Carroll serving again. Falcons with 4 more home matches. Hannah Hare sends it over for the kill.
Good kill from the middle.
After the 4 more home matches after this one, as they'll have Central Washington and Northwest Nazarene here on the 20th and the 22nd. And then they will close out their schedule with home matches against Simon Fraser and Western Washington on Veterans Day weekend. That's a kill for Aaron Smith, and the Falcons back up by 5, 17-12. Cunningham to serve, and that one's going to go out.
Service error. Montana State University.
So the Yellow Jackets will take the point.
Back in for the Yellow Jackets, number 12, Olivia Schwartz.
Havikos will serve.
Serving.
17-13. Falcons by 4. Cunningham will set that one up for Antoniak. Wilkes at the net. It's on the SPU side, and they're called for a double touch, I believe, as they blow that one dead. 17-14. Billings back within 3. Havikos sends it over. Cunningham there for the dig. Smith had it blocked. Lambert is there. Here's Antoniak tapping it over. And a cross-court set for Schwartz. It's blocked. Smith and Wilkes up front. And the Falcons take the point. And they're going to bring in Austin Ibale to serve here. Maddie Pruden in as well. Austin Ibale, senior out of Renton, Washington, nearby. And I believe this is her 5th year with the program. Have to check that. This one is an ace. Ibale comes in and delivers the ace as that one scrapes the net on the way over. And the Yellow Jackets, Yellow Jackets going to take a timeout here with the Falcons leading 19-14 here in the 3rd set. We'll be right back in just a moment. Falcons with a 19-14 lead here in the 3rd set as we resume action here inside Royal Brown Pavilion. And the Falcons with a 2-0 lead in the match. going for the sweep here. They're going to have Ibale switch sides.
Falcons serving.
And serve from the left side. And she puts that one into the net. So an ace and then a service error. Sandwiched by a timeout. The timeout was in between the ace and the error. 19-15. Avery Spoya will serve for the Yellow Jackets, and that's going to be an ace for Spoya. Yellow Jackets back within 3.
3-point set here in set number 3.
Spoya will serve again. Spoya from Boise, Idaho, a freshman. Dawson, a little bit hesitant on that one, does play it, but it goes off the back wall. And it's another ace for Avery Spoya. 19-17 rather, 2-point margin as the Yellow Jackets have scored the last 3 coming out of the timeout. Dawson is able to get that one cleanly. And that's going to stay on the Yellow Jackets side. That'll make it a 20-17 margin. Brock Vogel in for Dawson. Antoniak serving. Falcons a 3-point lead here in the third set. Antoniak to serve. And Falcons momentarily kept that one alive. It's into the stands. And Fan there with a nice deflection, hit it pretty hard back onto the court. 20-18. And Hannah Hashbarger will serve. Just a 2-point margin here. Antoniak there for the dig. This is Schwartz sending it back over. Antoniak there. Cunningham volleys it over. And that one is going to be a kill for Lily Gentz. And it's a 1-point margin here in the third set. Yellow Jackets trying to extend this match to a 4th set. Hashbarger will serve now to try to tie up the third set. Cunningham on the floor with the dig. And Pruden sends it back over for the kill for the Falcons. They will take a 2-point lead again. Hannah Hare back in up front. The GNAC Offensive Player of the Week for the Falcons. Here is Allison Wilkes to serve. And Schwartz sends it out. 22-19 now. Falcons by 3. And they are closing in on the third set here. Yellow Jackets going to need to go on another run to stay in this one. Ibale sets it up. And now that one hits the antenna, and it's going to be a point to the Yellow Jackets. No, it's a point to the Falcons. It's, yes, the Robin Buck initially pointed to the Billings side of the court, but reversed the call there, and that is, it was off of the Yellow Jackets and hit the antenna. 23-19. Falcons 2 points away from a sweep here. Wilkes sends it over. And Gentz is going to tap it back. Here's Ibale setting it up as she checked in as the setter a few points ago. Pruden taps it over. Yellow Jackets keep it alive. It hits the antenna again. Gentz hit the antenna with it. And the Falcons with a match point now here, 24-19 in the third set. And Allison Wilkes will serve for the match. And the Falcons trying to pick up their 5th win in a row. Nice deflection there by Ibale to keep it alive. This one sent over by Schwartz for the kill. And so the Yellow Jackets push it forward just a little bit, as they are going to need to come up with another 4 in a row here. And it'll be Kennedy Juranic to serve. Ibale for Hare, and that's going to do it, as the Yellow Jackets are unable to return it. The Falcons sweep aside the Montana State Billings Yellow Jackets in 3 sets, as they win the first one 25-15, second one 25-22, and the third 25-20. And the Falcons extend their winning streak to 5 matches now, and they've won now 6 out of their last 7, as they are in 3rd place in the Great Northwest Athletic Conference. They go up a game now. Northwest Nazarene losing earlier, Central Washington winning. Those teams now both at 5-4 in conference play, but the Falcons at 6-3. And so the second half now of the schedule on tap for both of these teams. They will be at Alaska. Falcons will be at Anchorage on Thursday, and the Yellow Jackets will be at Fairbanks on Thursday, and then they'll switch spots on Saturday. As the way the schedule sets up, the Alaska schools next week on the road, then Central Washington, Northwest Nazarene here the following week, and then 3 straight road matches at St. Martin's, at Western Oregon, and then at Montana State Billings before closing out the schedule here with 2 home matches against Simon Fraser and Western Washington. Let's get you some stats here. The stats are a little bit behind still, but they last updated. Let's see here. We will get you some stats from a couple of points ago. So I believe Hannah Hare actually ended up with the last kill there. And for Montana State Billings, they get 9 kills each from Katie Havocost and Lily Gentz, and they get 8 from Olivia Schwartz. They get 25 assists from Hannah Hashbarger. 26, make it 26 assists for Hannah Hashbarger, as they just updated that one. And 3 aces from Avery Spoya. 2 of them were back-to-back in that 3rd set. A couple of players in double figures in digs for the Yellow Jackets. Christine Funk had 12, and Haley Carroll had 10. And for the Falcons, as I mentioned, I believe Hannah Hare got the last kill there, and so I believe that would give her 10 for the match. 6 blocks, and she is having a very solid junior season. 9 kills for Antoniak, 8 for Brock Vogel, 7 for Aaron Smith. And the Falcons with a pretty balanced attack, and they did just update the that last kill there. Hannah Hare finished with 10 kills and 6 blocks. 19 assists for Lindsay Lambert, 17 for Emily Tolino, and then Austin Ibali came on with a few points left in that 3rd set and picked up 3 assists and an ace. 6 blocks for Hannah Hare, as I mentioned. Also Aaron Smith was 6, and Allison Wilkes had 5 blocks. And nobody in double figures in digs for the Falcons. Cunningham had 8, and Antoniak had 8. Paige Dawson and Lindsay Lambert each with 7. So the Falcons get it done again in 3 sets, 25-15, 25-22, 25-20. We will be here at Royal Brown Pavilion again next on Thursday night, October 20th. Central Washington will be in the building. That's a 7 p.m. first serve. Next weekend, the Falcons on the road at Anchorage and then at Fairbanks. And so back home on October 20th, Central Washington, the next opponent they will see here inside Royal Brown Pavilion. We'll have that match for you on the SPU webcast. We're going to go ahead and sign off for today as the Falcons win their 5th straight and 6th out of their last 7 in 3 sets over the Yellow Jackets. We'll be back, or we will see you again on October 20th. Have a good rest of your weekend.